Hello, today I'll be analyzing the thriller Drive, which is based on a novel by James Sallis. Drive, released in 2011, was directed by Danish director Nicholas Winding Refn. This film, starring Ryan Gosling, was nominated for Oscars for Best Sound Editing and won Best Director Award at the Cannes Festival. The extract I chose to analyze begins at 1 hour, 7 minutes, and 13 seconds and ends 5 minutes later. Let's watch the sequence now.
Came to my apartment, Shan. How do you know where I live?
I told you I was gonna call Bernie. I just wanted him to know that it wasn't about that. You're not interested in the money, that you just did it for the girl.
No, no! I just wanted him to fucking told him about Irene. Calm down. You told him about Irene! Calm down, kid. Just calm down. I should fucking kill you. You told him about Irene. Listen, I just wanted him to know that as soon as you return the money, that was the end of it. That's all. I didn't know. How was I supposed to know? How was I supposed to know that? Okay? Look, let me just talk to Bernie, okay?
Why you gotta fuck everything up, Shan?
How was I supposed to know? Everything led to Nino!
They're gonna come looking for me, and they're gonna come for you. Do you understand? You gotta get out of here, and you gotta get out now. Listen to me. Listen to me, Shan. Listen. You get out of here and you never fucking come back. You never come back.
What are you gonna do?
The film tells the story of a man who works as a getaway driver and who gets in trouble when he tries to help his neighbor who just came out of prison and whose wife Irene the driver likes. After a short conversation, the driver and Irene get into an elevator where he realizes that this would be his last scene with her before she finds out who he really is. He kisses her slowly and then completely comes apart. After she witnesses his violent behavior, as the driver probably expected, Irene now sees him in a different light, and his reaction to what he has done is almost like that of a surprised child. Next, we are transferred into the driver's car. When he arrives to his destination, he is curious how he was found out and becomes angry upon learning that his boss Shannon spilled the beans about Irene and him. What follows is another scene of Ryan Gosling driving his car. The story of Drive is one that has been told many times, but Refn reinvented the plot using techniques that remind us of the 1980s film noir. Director Refn's intention in this film is to show the nature of violence, and he demonstrates understanding in how to use it. Violence, where used in this extract, is appropriate and functions very well. In the elevator episode, the scene shifts from the beauty of the kiss to shocking violence in a millisecond, where we see him smashing the man's face to pieces. Often used in this scene are close-ups and over-the-shoulder shots. Close-ups are used to show the raw emotion between the characters, as well as create tension, as when the driver notices the gun the man is carrying under his jacket, and the camera tracks down to a close-up. In the elevator, low-angle shots are used, creating a claustrophobic atmosphere for the audience and allowing to show the growing suspicion the driver feels towards the man in the suit. Another way to indicate the tension that is building up is with the use of long shots. Once or twice there is asymmetrical composition used, as when Irene steps into the elevator, leaving the drivers to stare at the man in the suit. This makes the audience feel uncomfortable, as the empty space is awkward and foreshadows something bad is going to happen. Once in the elevator, side lighting and top lighting is used to illuminate the space, creating shadows on the faces of driver and the mysterious man. When the driver puts his arms around Irene, the lighting on top fades, placing both men in darkness, while Irene is imbued in frontal light, highlighting her importance. The contrast of dark and light shading on their hats shows the ambiguity of the main character with his good and bad side, and gives the scene a film noir look. Throughout their kiss, the light dips unnaturally. The concept of using the kiss as a diversion is expressed in the lighting, leaving reality for a moment, visiting the sensibility of the two people, before there is a complete contrast with the abhorrent violence that keeps them apart forever. After they pull apart, the elevator's lighting gradually restores. The change in lighting represents the juxtaposition of the innocent character and the violent killer. After their kiss, the sound is back and we are drawn into a very noisy violence with some loud crashing sounds as the man's head is smashed into the wall. The brutal force is accentuated by the sound of crunching and breaking bones. When the door opens, it faintly squeaks, just as it did at the closing. Once the driver attacks the man in the suit, the camera becomes dynamic, setting a violent tone with the aid of the man's grunting and the loud sounds of their crashing into the elevator walls. As far as editing, most of the extract contains straight cuts. After the beating up of the man is finished, the audience is given 30 seconds of silence to realize what just happened. The editor then cleans the slate by using hard visual and auditory cut to move us to somewhere else, while we are still emotionally raw from what we have just seen. From the well-lit elevator, the camera moves to the dark interior of the driver's car as it speeds along. Ryan Gosling's face is now illuminated only by the red and green of the traffic light outside, which makes the scene look more realistic. Once in the car, the camera never leaves the vehicle. This was done to show the perspective of the character. Additionally, the steady pace and noticeably long takes, together with the profile shots, are used to show that the character is lost in his thoughts. At the same time, the driver's aloofness and self-absorption is used to indicate the slow building of tension. Moreover, the car sequence is shot with a shallow depth of field, focusing on the character, which separates him from the background. Once the driver gets out of his car, profile shots of the characters are used to show distance. Throughout this extract, characters are often placed in the middle of a shot. This placement of characters shows them to be in completely different worlds and also separates them from the background. While a few shots earlier we were in a medium wide shot with both characters in the center of the frame, now, with the use of a dolly shot, the camera has traveled into a medium close-up. The characters are heavily weighted to the left side of the frame, almost in an over-the-shoulder shot from behind the driver, to show his dominance and control over the situation. And that's it for today. Thank you for your attention.